there, disclaimer, I got glasses. Not sure if I'm going to be wearing them in videos, it depends how bad the glary situation is, but for today I'm going to wear them anyway because they're new and I'm excited about them. So, for today I am bringing you the winter reading tag. I first saw this on Amy Jane Smith's channel. She did it with Angelica from Mercury Calling. I will link both of those down below. I wasn't tagged, but I want to get some Christmassy themed videos up at the moment, so preparation isn't something that I have time for in life. So I will be reading the answers from my computer just down here. Sorry about that, but you know, life. So, number 1. What books are you hoping to get to this winter? I have done a My Christmas Reading video, which I will link down below if you want to check that out. But basically, I'm going to go through the quick books that I am planning. So, I have already finished. Sorry, Angelica, we were meant to be doing this as a buddy read, I know. But I kind of just zoomed through it this week. And that is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. So that was one of my Christmassy reads because Harry Potter, there's always Christmas in there somewhere, and it's a kid's book, so it's nice and magical. Then I am moving on to Christmas Days by Jeanette Winterson, which is a short story book about Christmas. I have read a few stories already and I'm really enjoying it so far. What I like about this is that there's little snippets about the origins of Christmas in there, which I find really interesting because it's crazy how Christmas has become a thing, and it's crazy how all the factors have gone together to make it what it is. So I'm enjoying having that deconstructed. I've only read one of the stories so far. I actually saw Jeanette Winterson speak about this book, and she read out the story that I read, and it was really sweet, and it sort of looks at the idea of the fact that people have too many things and Santa is taking things away rather than giving them, and just generally about the Christmas spirit, and it's really sweet. So yes, I'm currently reading that one. Then I plan to move on to The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman. I read Northern Lights last Christmas, and it's kind of become a thing that I want to read The Subtle Knife and then The Amber Spyglass at Christmas as well. Again, it's a kid's book, so it's got lots of magic in it, and it kind of has snow and stuff and polar bears, and it's kind of Christmassy, and yeah, it just gets me in the mood. Then I plan to pick up Spectacles by Sue Perkins. I got this last Christmas, and it kind of feels like a Christmassy easy read. And then I also plan to read The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. But yes, as I say, I've spoken in more depth about all of that in my Christmas reading video. Number 2, which character's personality is as cold as ice? Now, I'm going to go for, I read this book a long time ago, but it's the one character that comes to mind that's really just heartless, and that is Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. He's absolutely crazy. And it kind of, the book looks at his demise and the bad things he does. And it's kind of, it reminds me a bit of The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, which I read last month, in the fact that Patrick Bateman is kind of a amalgamation of the society around him, and he's been made that way by the situations, and you can kind of understand in that respect, but also the things he does are just frankly shocking. There is one incident with a woman, and yeah, just no. So yes, Patrick Bateman is the coldest character I could think of just off the top of my head. And number 3, winter is a time for gift giving. What has been the favourite book you've received as a gift? Now, I might be saying this just because they're next to me, but I'm going to go with The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. What I used to do for Christmas, because people always avoid giving me books as gifts purely because I have so many and it's awkward because they don't know whether they're going to get me some. When I have said to them that I'd like some surprises, it's always been books that I've already got. So people generally avoid giving me books as gifts, but what I used to do is ask for the books that I wanted and give people a list of books that I was interested in getting, and they used to pick books off that list. This was one of those books many years ago, and I absolutely loved it when I got it, and I still love it now. I'm hoping, as I said, to reread it this month. It's a really good book. People should read it. Don't be put off by the fact it's YA, because, as I said in my Christmas Reads video, it was before YA, so it's not got the normal tropes, and it's a really unique book. Number 4. With Christmas and New Year, it's party season, but which character would you least like to get stuck talking to at a party? Now, for this, I wasn't really sure, because I don't sort of remember many characters. That sounds bad, but I read so much that I can never remember character names or like traits or whatever. But as I've just read it, I would say Harry Potter. I just think he's a foul boy. I don't like him at all. His tantrums, I would just be like, no, Harry, no, you are not the chosen one. Get over yourself. So Harry Potter, because I think I would just find him tedious, arrogant and rude. Then number 5, if you celebrate Christmas, do you have any Christmas traditions? How do you spend the day? we used to have Christmas traditions when it was sort of, when my brother was around. He's now moved away and he doesn't often spend Christmas with us anymore, so it's normally just me and my parents, sometimes my nan, but she's not the biggest fan of Christmas, so she tries to avoid it if she can. So we used to do, you know, the normal stockings while we were in bed and then go downstairs and have our sacks. Now we don't do that, especially as we're older. We kind of just get 1 or 2 presents and open them after lunch or whatever. So we don't particularly have any Christmas traditions anymore. We do one thing, which actually Amy said she does as well, have a Chinese takeaway on Christmas Eve. I don't know how that became a thing, but that's something we do, and that's something we've done since I was very young. So there's that one, and I think we still do that, although obviously we used to, when there was more of us, get loads of food and just all dip in. Now I think we'll probably just get our own dishes because there's only 3 of us. It's quite sad, and actually reading Christmas Days by Jeanette Winterson and listening to her speak, she was saying about how the importance of Christmas is the traditions that you build around it, and like everyone has their own little things, and that's how you make Christmas magical, is the things that you do at Christmas. So I look forward to when I've got my own family and I can make my own little traditions, but at the moment I'm kind of in a middle ground where we don't really have many, sadly. Number 6, the last question, favourite Christmas films, TV special and song. So for Christmas films, it's got to be The Grinch. I used to love Elf, but I rewatched that recently, and I don't know, I can see why a lot of people don't like it. It is quite gimmicky, and I think it's the kind of film that you'd only get if you watched it when you were quite young and loved it when you were young, and then bring it forward with you into adult life. But yeah, it's a bit silly. So The Grinch does it for me. I really love The Grinch. And also The Holiday. I absolutely adore The Holiday. I watch that all year round because even though it's set at Christmas, it's not a specifically Christmassy film, but it is for the holiday season, obviously. TV special, I don't watch TV enough to have a favourite TV special, to be honest. I do watch EastEnders. That's the one thing I watch on television, so the EastEnders Christmas episode is always a highlight because life is that thrilling for me. Although this year I feel like they've gone a bit OTT with the Christmas stuff a bit early on. They keep having really poignant moments with Christmas music playing in the background, and it's like, dudes, it's over a week until Christmas, come on. And song, again, I don't really know. I normally work in retail and I normally get played Christmas songs to death, but this year I haven't been listening to Christmas songs at all, really. And I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. I think that might be part of the reason that I'm not feeling very Christmassy. But I would say one I really love is, I think it's called Winter Song by Sarah Bareilles and somebody else, and that's really sweet. But other than that, just the usuals, all the poppy ones, because, you know, who doesn't love a bit of pop at Christmas? So that is the tag. I'm not going to tag anyone because, as I say, I wasn't specifically tagged, but if you want to do this, feel free. I will put all the questions down below, and I hope you are all feeling the Christmas spirit a little bit more than I am, and I will speak to you next time. Bye!